Okay, so let's talk about how to do completion rules in Schoology. First thing we're going to do, let's see if I can get this to follow me. All right, so we're going to go up to options. There we go. And student completion. And I've already done it for this course. So you can see what I did is I added requirement here, and then I checked which folder, and then member must complete. One other thing that I did was make all folders sequential, so they had to do them in order that I laid them out in Mastery Connect. And then I clicked here, requirements must be completed in sequential order. You may not choose to do that because this was just a course that you were taking for the day. So one way to organize that would make sense for your students in Schoology is to organize by week. So you could do like week 1 and then put the dates. Now, if you wanted them to be able to complete everything in week 1 before they move to week 2, then you would use that top level rule that I just showed you. I really suggest that you organize by weeks. It's very easy for the student to follow that. Now let's get into a folder and look at how to do completion rules with assignments within the folder. Okay, so this is an assignment setting up Mastery Connect. So I went ahead and made the assignment, and you can see here in my view, you've got a bunch of different completion rules. So I want y'all to view the item. I want you to make a submission. I want you to post a comment or reply to the video. And so that it will not let you go on, I had to put in must score at least 100. So I had to make this a graded assignment. So what we're going to do again is go up here to options, go to student completion, and then you can see I added requirement for this assignment, setting up Mastery Connect, view the item. Now, if I wanted them to be done in sequential order again, I would go up here to this button that says requirements must be completed in sequential order. They don't have to be completed in sequential order. You could have done them in any order you wanted, but what's holding them from going to the next folder is this score at least 100. So if they don't score 100 on that submission, which was to set up the trackers, they don't get to move on. Okay, so I'm going to cancel out of that since I'm not adding anything new. I'm going to go show you one more thing. All right, one of these I had multiple assignments in here. I think it was this one. Yep, here it is. All right, so what I wanted the group to do is I wanted them to go into this assignment, and you can see all I cared about is that they viewed it. Now, this just shows that they went in here and clicked it. It doesn't show that they actually put in the group code like I asked them to do to get to the group. And again, you probably wouldn't use groups with your students at all. But I didn't want to do a more significant completion rule on that one. I could have said, made this, because you can see this is an assignment. It's got that little icon right there with the pencil. So I could have had them go in and join the group code, go into the group maybe and find something in particular and upload a screenshot or something like that just to prove that they actually joined the group. But I just didn't feel like I needed to make y'all go that far. But then I wanted you to view the video on how to access your curriculum. And this one is make a discussion post. So they had to do something on a discussion board after. I made it ungraded. Now, if you wanted to stop them, let's say you're doing a discussion board, you've read chapter 3 of whatever, and you want them to now discuss chapter 3 with a particular anchor question or something more open-ended, like a question or a response or something like that. Do the discussion post, because they can't see anybody else's post until they post their own. So that way you know they're bringing their own knowledge and they're not just reading, okay, what did everybody else say about chapter 3? Let me put that in there. So do it as a post. And then if you grade this post, and when you're setting up the assignment, if you put it in as a graded post, then again, it will stop them at that until they complete the post and get the desired grade that you want. So if you really wanted to like hone their skills on how to participate in a discussion and set it at like 70, 80, 100, whatever you want to set the grade at, then you could do it that way. So let's see if I can. I don't want to change it too much, but let's see if I can go in here and fiddle with it a little. So I'm going to go up to my cog. I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to play fiddle with this. So what I would do is enable grading, and then I'd have to choose the category. And of course, this isn't a real class, so I just created a fake category called classwork. So I would have to change it to classwork. And there you go. You can add a due date to it. You can say, how many points it's worth. But I'm not going to save this now. I'm just going to go cancel it out. So these are some different things that you can do with it. Okay, so I'm going to go cancel it out. But once you make it a graded assignment, then you could go back to your options. Oh, let me get back in the folder again. Go back to your options, student completion rules. Now you can see I've already got the requirements in there. Now, had I saved it as a graded post, and I didn't want to change that because there were people still finishing their work in this course, so I didn't want to change it for them. But I would add the requirement again. I would go pick the post, and then I would tell them what I wanted. And this would have more drop downs here. It would say, view the item, post a comment or reply, make a submission, must score at least. That's when you can set it to whatever you want it to be. If you want them to score at least a 70, you can do that. If you want them to score 100 because you want them to do everything you asked them to do and you're just going to give them this bogus 100 grade, you could do that. All right, so let me get rid of it. Since I didn't use it, I'm going to cancel that out. So that's that. Just to recap, you go to options, student completion, then you click the bottom button again, add requirement, and you pick which assignment in that folder you want to add the requirement for. And this one I did click requirements must be completed in sequential order because I wanted it to go in a certain format. All right. Now, if you have any other questions, let me know.